On the court right now for the Mavericks. Now here's Oladipo. He's got 5. Back to Sabonis. There's the triple. Porter pulls it in.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Nash.
Come get it, come get it.
Good on the jump shot. He's got 16.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Foul beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
At the line for the Pacers, 3 shots.
Three shots.
And he hits the first of 3. And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. So it's the Mavericks now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Şengün. He's guarded by Sabonis. Pass to Okoro. Shot clock at 5. And here's Porter outside. Knocks down the triple.
Don't let the slender frame fool you. Porter with the strength to finish through contact.
At the line for the Mavericks, Otto Porter, shooting 1.
One shot.
And that one misses.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter, his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. Sinks that one from the post. Oladipo's got 7 points in the game. And Dallas with possession. 13-point lead. He's defended by Hayes. Pass to Okoro. Here's Şengün. And it's blocked. He keeps control of the ball. Down low. Here's Miller. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 16.
Well, Oladipo is as good a combination guard as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Here's Nash. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Miller can't get it to go. Here's Okoro. He's defended by Hayes. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Outside Porter. And the Mavericks, another 3.
3 points.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Miller. 16 points for him. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second team foul.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
2. Shots.
Two.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second one. And here are the Mavericks now. 15-point game. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Oh, and the fast break for the Pacers.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
That's his second personal foul.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Some changes for Indiana. Paul comes in for Hayes, and it's Millsap in for Domantas Sabonis.
Get open.
Here's Millsap. 5 points in the game. Pass to Oladipo. Here's Miller. Back to Oladipo. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his third personal foul.
And Grant, you played for a Suns team that was influential with their training staff's approach. How has sports medicine changed from the early days?
You know, B.A., it has changed immensely. Nowadays, every team incorporates that foundation that Suns medical staff had back in the day. It's all about prevention. It's about recovery. It's the big picture approach to making sure players can not only get through season after season, but have longevity throughout their careers.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Nash. 18 points for him. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. On the take. Count that bucket. Give him 20.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, BA. Well, the players on two-way contracts getting expanded opportunities last season after the league eliminated the 50-game cap and permitted them to take part in the playoffs. The pandemic played a role, but, guys, teams are continuing to find contributors among these scrappy young players.
Well, it's all about opportunity, Allie.
Pacers
Thanks.
foul.
And the foul called on Victor Oladipo.
That's his first
foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Nash. 20 points for him. Pass to Şengün. 6 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 6.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Here's Miller. 4-3. Knocks down the long J.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Şengün. He's guarded by Millsap.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Mavericks substitution. Dirk Nowitzki. Colin Sexton.
Hey, Dirk, get down.
And the Mavericks with possession here. They led by as many as 18. Pass to Marion. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the baseline. And the Mavericks
Dirk
getting another
Nowitzki.
bucket right there.
Yeah, does it again. Dirk teaching a class tonight on the art of scoring.
Here's Granger. Millsap, a screen. To the paint. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Millsap's got 7.
That's Millsap's shot all night. He's so consistent at that range.
Pass to Finley. With the drive. Misses the layup. A challenging stretch for Indiana here. To the middle. It's intercepted. Here's Marion. He's guarded by Oladipo. And that
Dirk
one falls.
Nowitzki.
Now 10 for
Assist
12 with
goes
that
to
make.
They're winning the battle
Marion.
down low by imposing their will.
Now Oladipo. Give him 8. Here's Miller. Back to Oladipo. Pass to Millsap. And a slam dunk by Millsap.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Oladipo against Sexton. Here's Nowitzki. Give him 23. Shoots over Millsap. Ooh, poked away. Oh, it's stolen by Oladipo. To the inside. Millsap. And good. Coming on the setup by Oladipo. Oladipo's got his 4th assist in this one. And the Mavericks with possession here. 13-point lead. Pass to Finley from behind the arc. And Millsap pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Miller. Rebounded by Marion. And Dallas with possession. Outside Sexton. Inside. Fader on the way. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Oladipo outside. Here's the pick. High arcing shot. Here's Granger. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
All right, fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise.
The Pacers making a switch here.
Look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your Pacemates. Give them a hand, fans. Your Pacemates.
Here's Sexton. Over to the wing. Pass to Finley. Here's Nowitzki. He's guarded by Millsap. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Finley. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Indiana on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Anunoby passes to Millsap. Tipped away. Here's Marion. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Sexton against Halliburton. Here's Finley. Pass to Nowitzki. Stolen by Millsap. Here's Miller. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. 22 points for him.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Here's Sexton. It's stolen by Halliburton. Pass to Miller for 3. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Halliburton's got 4 assists now tonight. The Mavericks leading. Time called here. The Mavericks decide to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
McDermott's checked in for Indiana. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. So it's the Mavericks now. They led by as many as 18. Pass to Nowitzki. Right side, Porter. Shoots over Anunoby. No good, off the front rim.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
McDermott outside. Halliburton outside. Back to McDermott. And again, it's Indiana with a three.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Nash, defended by Halliburton. Pass to Nowitzki. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He made a three back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
McDermott outside for the lead. And again, it's Indiana with a three.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
And Sabonis the bucket on the assist from Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Boy, you cannot give Sabonis this kind of advantage. He's got the kind of touch and focus necessary to score it.
Pass to Nowitzki. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by Indiana. A minute 4 left in the third quarter. McDermott outside. Here's Anunoby. Great D that time from Porter. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Nash. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him.
4th team foul. Shooting for Dallas, Steve Nash. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
Missing at the line can be contagious. Unfortunately for them, it's been a season-long issue.
And he sinks the second.
That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Millsap a screen. Over to the left wing. Fires the three. Porter pulls it in. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Nash. Here's Nowitzki. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Sabonis with some nice D. Halliburton, the pass to Sabonis. Anunoby with it. He's guarded by Porter. Here's Sabonis. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Sabonis has got 12 points in the game. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Pacers out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
All right, look who's coming onto the court.
Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Look, you can score, but we're getting seduced into a shot trade with these guys. We don't want to do that, all right?
And both teams are clicking right now. But Coach Carlisle knows that defense will be crucial if they want to win this game.
Spot on. If they get a few stops, they'll be in great shape.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Victor Oladipo, Isaiah Stewart out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Doug McDermott. That's the 5 for the Pacers. Controls the rebound and the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Oladipo, the pass to McDermott. Picked by Stewart. McDermott outside. Pass to Stewart. 6 to shoot. Here's Granger. He's guarded by Porter. Here's Granger. McDermott outside. Knocks it down from distance.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Here's Nash. He's guarded by Oladipo. And the basket by Nash.
Steve Nash.
He's got 24.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Porter. Here's Nash. Into the lane. Banked it in off the glass.
Steve Nash.
And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Granger.
Shot's good by Granger.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And so it's Dallas with it. Here's Nash. Oh, it's stolen by Oladipo. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, right now, Oladipo is just manipulating the defense in the pick-and-roll situation. The man is doing work.
Here's Şengün. Another one falls for Dallas.
Oh my, you have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
Pass to Granger. Hayes with a screen on Porter.
Boy, plenty of time left in the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
And the Pacers making a change here. Fall's checked in.
Checking in for the Pacers, Taco Fall.
And the Pacers with possession here. McDermott outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Okoro, defended by McDermott. Pass to Nash. Floats one up. Deflected. Here's Granger. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. And rejected. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Mavericks substitution, Dirk Nowitzki, Sean Marion, Michael Finley, Colin Sexton.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball.
I got yours.
Here's Şengün. Hits the fadeaway.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Picked by Stewart. To the inside. Here's Marion. Pass to Sexton. Here's Nowitzki. Fires the 3. And the Mavericks, another 3.
For 3.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
Oladipo against Sexton. Here's Granger to stop the run. Basket is good with the setup from Oladipo.
Danny Granger.
Oladipo's got 6 assists in the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Nowitzki. Granger grabs the miss.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
For three, Oladipo. And no good. And it's Dallas the other way. To the left wing. Here's Marion. He's guarded by Oladipo. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Finley. Another three for Dallas.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
And here's Oladipo. Stewart, a screen on Sexton. And it's Oladipo off the drive. Shots blocked. Here's Finley to the middle. And it's Nowitzki missing.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Pass to Granger. Over Sexton. And stolen by Sexton. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Here's Finley. And it's Dallas scoring again.
Assisted.
That was a really nice sequence there. Just strong effort at both ends of the floor.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
McDermott outside. Now Stewart. Nice move. And he lays it up and in.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Here's Marion. Pass to Finley. Now here's Sexton. Three-pointer. No good that time. Oladipo up top. And Oladipo slams it home.
Boy, big-time athleticism from Victor Oladipo, up and off the ground in a hurry.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Oladipo against Sexton. Over Oladipo. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Pass to Stewart. Down low. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Finley. He's guarded by Oladipo. Sexton with it. To the paint. Here's Şengün. And he banks in the layup. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their activity at the defensive end has been impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Yeah, and something else that served them well are all the turnovers they've caused and the points that have come along with those.
Here's Marion. Pass to Şengün. Now here's Sexton. He's guarded by Oladipo. Here's Finley. Here's Şengün. Stewart defends.
The over and back call, always avoidable.
Right, it doesn't happen often. It's kind of a silly mistake. We'll see if they can make up for it on the defensive end.
So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Nowitzki. Down low, Marion. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Here's Miller. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Marion. Here's Nash, defended by Halliburton. Here's Miller. Offline with a 3. And here's Dallas. They're on a 16-7 run. Pass to Finley. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Millsap's got 4 rebounds now. Anunoby on the wing. Back to Halliburton. Here's Miller. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Marion.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
To the middle. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
I just love the ball movement.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise. It's
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. He's been really discouraged by their effort. He said, quote, "It's about want to, fighting through the adversity. Look at yourselves and ask, quote, what can I do to help us win?" He's laying down the challenge.
Allie, thank you.
That gives you some sense of Domas's strength right there. Sabonis with some contact. Yes, sir.
Pacers foul. That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Nash. To the inside. Nowitzki, that one's
Dirk
good.
Nowitzki.
25 points in the game.
Just sensational cut to the rim. Nowitzki never afraid of sprinting right to the cup.
Halliburton outside. Now here's Sabonis. Not a lot of room. Millsap for 3. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Millsap's got 9 points here in the second half. Here's Nash. Pass to Finley. Here's Nowitzki. He's guarded by Millsap. Lets it go from 14. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way. Halliburton outside. Now Sabonis. Rebounded by Marion.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Here's Nash. Inside, Nowitzki. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
At 7 feet tall, Nowitzki needs just a touch of space for the dunk. Really like to see him finish it strong.
Here's Sabonis. Second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He's guarded by Sabonis. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second team foul.
Well, to me, the size of Sabonis creates problems for the defense. You cannot be careless in how you guard this guy.
Domantas Sabonis. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7. And Sabonis drops them both. Twenty-six seconds left to play in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul.
His first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Finley. And an intentional foul right there.
Tyrese Halliburton. That's his third personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Dallas, Michael Finley. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Here's Nash, defended by Halliburton. Here's Nash. And so the Mavericks take the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by.